Alright nerds, we're back for another beer review. And today we have a new camera to try out. And today we are trying out some Town Square Brewing White Wedding White Pastry Stout. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I hope the sound's good on this. We're going to see how that goes. This is going to be a whole grand experiment. And a big reason I'm trying this is apparently somebody at Town Square Brewing, I think his name was George, I could be wrong. Anyways, I was told he was not very happy with my last review, which was IO. And it was their IO New England Pale Ale beer. No, he wasn't unhappy because they gave it a bad review. He was unhappy because it got a bad review. So he went to Anew at Westminster, gave him a ring, said, hey, next time Fermented Nerds around, give him some of our beer. Tell him to try these ones out. I think he'll like them. Kind of as a makeover, makeup, however you want to say it. So I'm willing to give it another try. You've all been watching the Fermented Nerds Advent Calendar, I hope. So you know, not all the beer I have is good. You've been watching the channel, you know, not everything I have is great or is going to get a good review. I try to be honest. If I was just a beer channel that reviewed beer I like, that would be boring. So, stick with me here. We're going to try this on this new camera. It's a little weird. We're going to crack this guy. So, white stout and pastry stouts are both pretty out there on their own. So, white stout, cold brew coffee, can be syrupy, can be like really heavy coffee. A pastry stout really leans into using cooking spices. So it's going to have nutmeg, cinnamon, you know, those kind of like pastry style spices. So they combined them together into one beer. And if urban legend is true, and their website's true, they threw an entire wedding cake into the mash. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. This is a white stout. Weird, right? Absolutely weird. So cold brewed coffee, using non-roasted malts, real, like it just has, it does not look like a stout, and that always throws me off every time I see it. But it is. But it is a stout. It has all the characteristics of a stout minus color. But hey, you can have black IPAs, right? Okay, so here we go. Golden body, tons of carbonation just rolling in there. I don't know how well you can see it. This camera definitely focuses on my face. Thin white head, but I mean it is a stout. Aroma. That's where you get tripped up because it smells like a stout. It smells chocolatey, spicy. Tons of subdued coffee notes in there. Like a little like almost burnt wood. Or old coffee. Some vanilla. And some like indeterminate spices. Could be nutmeg, could be cinnamon. Who knows? So you get a bit of that kick. It's really interesting. Again, look at this. Looks like an ale. It looks like an IPA. And it's carbonated, man. You're just rolling in there. Okay, so Town Square, so far, 2 for 2. Looks awesome. And I mean awesome because it's different. Smells great. It smells exactly what it should be. But they threw an entire wedding cake into the mash. Fondant and all. I don't know. Little guy, little girl on top. I don't know. But anyways, entire cake into the mash. There's a lot of sugar. This one comes in at 6%, so not too bad. Again, 473 milliliter 1 pint can. Before I get to the beer, let's see what it says here. It says, match made in heaven, white stout and pastry stout joined together and create and celebrate with an entire wedding cake tossed into the mash. As I said, coffee, chocolate, and icing sugar take the cake in this deliciously roasty brew. It's a nice day for a white wedding. There we go. So it says on the can, officially it's true. It is a fact that they threw a cake into their mash. There's an entire cake in this beer. Yeah, you get a little bit of chocolate. What else did they say we're going to get? Lighting's a bit here. Icing sugar? Maybe that's like kind of the vanilla smell. Anyways, I'm going to dig into this. Great mouthfeel. There is definitely icing sugar in there. That is so weird. But like lots of roasted malt, tons of sweetness, velvety smooth body. Great balance. Lots of bitterness, lots of sweetness, like almost too much sweetness, but that's okay. Who doesn't like a little bit of sweet? You get a ton of that icing sugar. You get some vanilla. You get a little bit of that Christmas spice, baking spice earthiness. A little bit of bite from that. You get kind of like old coffee that's sitting in the filter. Get a little bit of that. A little bit of espresso. A little bit of chocolate. Like dark chocolate. Interesting. That icing sugar, that flavor lingers. Well, heck. Town Square. What can I say? This is great. This actually hit. I did another beer the other day. Waterloo Brewing. Same thing. Didn't like their first review. Figured I'd give them another chance. Or their first beer. I had an amber from them. Did not enjoy it. I was at a liquor store. I seen another one. Gave them another chance. It was their other dark. It was another dark beer. It was a salted caramel porter. Excellent beer. This, you get caramel in this too. Like you get that lingering caramel, those caramel candies, a little wrapper, little squares. You get that kind of lingering for quite a while. Excuse me. Very carbonated beer. Holy. Very, very carbonated. And that really helps. So the carbonation in there, all that air, it releases and just like is able to get around and swish around on your palate. Really good. Anyway, so Town Square just did the same thing. Their IO, I will admit, I was not a big fan. New England IPA, you'd think I'd love it. This White Wedding, I was so worried. I'm going to tell you right now, Town Square Brewing, I was very worried. I like stouts, I like porters, I like dark beer. Thick beers like this. Great looking can, by the way. It's really cool. It has like foil on the gold here. I was really worried. I was like, white pastry stout. That's a lot of stuff. A white stout and a pastry stout and a wedding cake and everything else involved in it. Beautiful. I would never in a million years have thought I would say that about this beer. So Town Square, you got me back. Excellent beer. I hope you enjoyed this review much more. I'll be sure to tag you in all our social media, which you can find us at Fermented Nerds, squiggly A, at Fermented Nerds. Please give us a thumbs up, hit the comment button, jingle the bell, tell your friends about us because that's the most important. Let's get that subscriber count up, more people watching, tell more people. Hopefully I'm doing good enough videos for you to stick around. I have another Town Square beer in my fridge. They're apricot green tea sour. They're a small batch series, so I'm going to give that a whirl. Small batch are fun because you get a lot of attention paid to them. Because you're not making a ton and you can just sit and leave it. And it does its own thing while you're doing other things. Small batch, so you can it's a little less to make mistakes on, right? So I'm looking forward to that. And then the ongoing advent calendar, if it's not over by the time I get this video up, which it won't be. So check all that out. Find us on all social medias. And grab yourself some of this. Grab yourself some White Wedding. You will enjoy it. If you like stouts, if you like experiences, you will enjoy this beer. Trust me, I hope this camera worked out well. If it didn't, you're not going to see this video anyways. So with all that said, this is Fermented Nerds. I am Wally. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this White Wedding, and I am out.